Okay, in this tutorial we're going to talk about the workbench. So the first step is to log in with your login ID, St. Baker, and password. Hit the sign in, and that takes you through to a pop-up. Now St. Baker is now set up as an installer, which means you have access to the full functionality. When you hit search there, it comes up with the sites that are in your particular portfolio. For now, we just have the Promenade in there, and we can either view the Promenade either via the logging portal, which is the dashboard, or we can go into the workbench. So right now we're going to have a look at the workbench. So as you come into the workbench, you can see to the left you have a tree type display, and all the attributes for Steve and St. Baker are set up there. And under that you've got the address under the customer login, and then you've got the devices under the address. So what we'll do now is we'll step down through this site. This is a fairly simple site. So under the Promenade there, you can see the location details have been set up, which includes the time zone depending where you are. That's really important that the time zone is established. The billing details, the system can be set up in a number of different ways for customer billing. For the moment, this is a simple site. We've just got it on load metering. The solar panel details can be entered there if there are any. The energy provider details can be entered there. The channel groups can be set up. In this case, we've set up what we call dashboard channel groups, and these are I guess the more general groups of circuits you want to monitor, which can be mapped to a series of sub-circuits. In this case, it's a three-phase site, so many of these loads have three-phase circuits. So phases 1, 2, 3, for example, for the AC system would be just been connected as the AC group. Customer preferences. Then we have guest account details, in case you want to give a guest login to reduce functionality, and the switching rules, which are customized rules for the different sites. So these rules can be scripted into this window here, and they can then be assigned into a template, and templates can then be signed simply loaded down to each site to make it very simple to roll lots of sites out. Down at the device level, then these are the actual devices. So at the St. Baker site we have 120 channel Aussimax device on the main switchboard, and so the device is made up here of 20 circuits, and each of those circuits has been given a name. It has been assigned to a dashboard group here, a type, whether it's a load, solar mains. There's a whole lot of different type of settings you can set a channel to, including water pulses, including irradiance, rainfall. So there's a whole lot of different things that these circuits can be actually used and logged for. The type of circuit, and obviously the name, the tariff it's on. This shadow tariff was done due to a special project we were doing with Ergon at the time, and then the type of transducer, and whether there's any offset, which is not normally used, but some of our transducers an offset can be applied. So that's generally how the channels are mapped. Then we come down to the relays. The Aussimax device has 4 inbuilt relays that you can name. You can set the default state, the conditional switching order, and whether you're going to allow switching, and also the maximum on time for that particular device. In the case of some systems, we want to make sure they're turned off after a certain time. For example, on a cold room where you do not want to apply a demand management signal for more than, say, 30 minutes at a time. Okay, DREDs, these are demand response enabled devices. Each Aussiemax device has 2 DRED channels. You can give them a name, you can give them a default state, controlling switch order, etc. So generally we only use 1 DRED device per home and connect it to the air conditioner systems. Infrared controls, there's also another interface here to control air conditioning via an infrared signal, and that's controlled via the Modbus, RS485 Modbus. There's more generic Modbus control there where we can interface our system to various different pieces of equipment. In this case, we've interfaced it to a utility grade meter, and so all that data comes back through the system and can be visualized there. So that's basically just a rundown of the Workbench functionality as it stands. Yeah, so that's the end of this particular tutorial. Thank you.